Okay, hello agents. Hello everyone. Today I got a special treat for you. I have Paul Smithers with First Catholic Slavic Ladies Association. We are affectionately what? FCSLA. That's how we go, right?
Right.
FCSLA, right? That's how we talk about you guys. So yeah, I just want to jump into this. Wanted to get Paul on because they have a brand new, super clean, client-friendly MYGA hitting the industry right now, currently available. So we're going to talk about that. And he's with the Fraternal organization, which I consider like the old mutual companies of the past, and very, very client oriented, very financially secure oriented. This is what these companies all are about. But let's let Paul take it away. Paul, thank you so much for coming on and explaining your new MYGA and a bit about your company to my agents and to all
Great.
the
Thanks.
agents.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that. So, yeah, I'm with First Catholic Slovak Ladies Association, FCSLA Life. Um, we started in 1892 with a small group of women. They were Slovak immigrants to the United States. They were American citizens, and yeah, it started in Cleveland, Ohio. Their husbands worked in the steel mills, and they thought, well, we need life insurance. It's a dangerous job. And the husbands went to the commercial companies and they said, we can't sell you insurance. You're an immigrant. And so they started their own organization. And then the women said, well, wait a minute. We're progressive thinkers here. We need life insurance too, because what happens if we die and you have to, take care of the kids? And so they built their own little organization, nine or 10 women, a couple $100. And, fast forward to now, and we do business in 48 states. We got 100,000 members, some really great products, very financially sound, A minus excellent, AM best. And we're very proud of our history. We love that it's got a compelling story of being founded by progressive women. And so we're real happy to be involved with this.
So
Um, yeah, go ahead.
how long does that put you guys in business now? Then well over 100 years.
133, 134 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been around for quite a while
Yeah.
and
And
survived everything that's happened in the last 130 some years. And
all the ups and all the downs and the depressions and everything.
yep. Yep. We are very, very conservative. And a little bit about the difference between what a fraternal organization is versus other companies. What we've seen, especially lately, is a lot of annuity companies being taken over or being created by private equity. And that's kind of concerning because you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes with private equity. You give them, your clients give them their money, and it's like, well, what are they invested in? Well, not exactly sure. And we've seen some stories lately about private equity issues, going to belly up or sideways.
Yeah.
And then you got your stock companies, which are, their primary thing is, what's next quarter's number. So both of those types of businesses are focused on profit, and we're focused on solvency. We're focused on remaining solvent and benefiting our members and the communities they serve. And we do a lot of things to give back to the community. We fund our branches. That's what a fraternal benefit organization is. It's a lodge system under IRS rules. We have to have lodges, or we call them branches at FCSLA. And um, they're all across the country. People get together of a like mind, and they say, hey, let's do things for the community. Home office supports us. They also support us with matching funds. So we'll match $600 if some organizations having a car wash or whatever,
Yeah.
help out in the community. So we're focused on two things: the solvency of the organization. We've done that for 133 years very well, and we're also focused on benefiting the community. So that's really the uniqueness and unique story of a fraternal organization, and especially FCSLA Life.
That's great. I really like that. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's how insurance companies should be like. it's moved away from that. As you're saying, the private equity, you don't know what they're buying, sports teams and all this, and no one really knows. Not even the regulators really know, because we saw this happen in Utah. The regulator had all these red flags, and then it came back. He just didn't understand the numbers, maybe. So yeah, I agree with you on that. It's a lot cleaner and simpler with the design you guys have, and I like it. And the surpluses are there to show that solvency rate, whereas the averages is like in the single digit. You guys are well in the double digits in those
Right.
surpluses. Yeah, that's one of the
Yeah.
things I love about the fraternals, and the A minus excellent with AM Best. Not many fraternals get any type of rating with AM Best, much
That's
less an
correct.
excellent rating. So that's very, very good. Most of them are unrated.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah, we definitely have major stakeholders. We're in Ohio, so we've got Department of Insurance, we've got NAIC, we've got AM Best, all making sure we're doing the right things. And when a client asks an agent, hey, where's my money going? They can just say, hey, look, let's grab the latest issue of Fraternally Yours. That's our monthly magazine. And let's look at what they're invested in. We publish the bonds that we're invested in, high quality corporate treasury bonds, so a little bit of preferred stock. That's it. We're super clean on that. We use Wellington as our asset manager, so we got some smart people behind this, and so yeah,
You guys aren't
we're
out there gambling.
yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. Well,
You're not out there.
we're not rolling dice on anything. We're not looking for the latest,
Yeah.
tech thing. We're
No,
just day by day solid.
no shareholders looking for the next dividends and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So yeah, it
Right.
makes it easier for you too, because you don't have
Yeah.
to deal with that.
And
So
so that kind of that translates into the type of products that we create. And we haven't had a MYGA product for 133 years,
yes.
but now we're launching one, and we're really happy with this, primarily because of what it provides as a consumer.
Yeah, and it's not
And
like you're new to the deferred annuity place. You've had this beautiful
oh
flex
yeah,
premium, those three beautiful flex premiums with high minimum guarantees that have historically done well on renewals as well. But getting into
right,
the MYGA just takes the people that don't want the guesswork or the trust me aspect of it out. And then you guys came out with this beautiful new product.
right. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about the deferred product, but let's jump into the MYGA. I'm going to
Yeah,
share.
definitely.
Let's see.
This is a new MYGA, folks, brand new MYGA, created with the client in mind. That's what I liked about it. And I did talk to them as they were creating this MYGA, and they asked certain things, and they delivered on those things.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Jeff and I talked a while ago about what is it if you were to build a MYGA, what would it look like? And I started with here's what we want to do, and he really encouraged us. So key features of our FCSLA life, we call it the Certain Choice MYGA series, and we call it certain because we take a deferred annuity, a flex premium. Obviously, there's some guesswork in there, some hoping that the rate stays because it's not a guaranteed product. But even with a guaranteed product like a MYGA, 99% of other companies have an MVA. And
Yes.
so you don't really know if you take too much money out, that could put you at risk. And we're just like, okay, just eliminate that completely.
Yes.
Most agents probably don't know how to explain it. The consumer isn't going to understand it.
And it's
We
going to
don't want
make
them to have
it makes your
trouble.
illustration void, basically, because whatever's on the illustration with MVA, that surrender value is never going to be correct.
Right,
However, when you don't have an MVA, you can tell the client exactly what they're going to get at any time they leave the contract. That's what
right.
I like
Yep.
about the MVA.
So number one feature is no automatic renewals. So we've got a 3, a 5, and a 7-year plans. And after the initial guarantee period, when the contract is up, the client isn't going to get a letter saying you got 30 days to figure out what you're going to do. And if we don't hear from you, we're going to lock you up again. Um, Ours is just leave it. Leave it here with our 3% lifetime guarantee. Um, that's a huge guarantee. So if you do nothing after the initial guarantee period, worst is that it will ever get is 3%. You're fully liquid. So it basically becomes a tax-deferred bank account at that point. You can take money out, put money in, completely liquid. If you
Strongest
want to,
guarantee is the
yeah,
minimum
exactly.
guarantee. It's
Yep. And if the you and the agent get together and you say, hey, I do want to renew, or the agent calls us and says, hey, I want to renew this client, then by all means, we can. And we'll pay full comp on renewals as well.
on renewal. It's a new app and everything though, right?
New app, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a whole new policy.
This
So
is huge, people. I don't think you understand how important the no window, the no exit, not having that 30-day window to make a decision. Because if interest rates are on the way up, you might want to sit for 4 months and let them go up. So we actually had this happen when rates were really low and people were stuck. And then they got renewed at 2 or whatever, where the people who had the liquid 3%, they were able to move when they wanted to move and capture these fives that we're in now. So huge advantage to the client to have that liquidity.
and if rates go down while you have this initial guarantee, then you're going to come out at 3%,
Yes,
as the floor. So that's also great. We already mentioned no market value adjustment. So that's also a big deal. So we're taking out any guesswork. When you look at the illustration, when you show your client the illustration, it's exactly what's going to happen. No, no, sorry, no questions, ifs, ands, or buts.
yeah,
Um, we also have a nursing home rider. It's anywhere they need to be confined or need confinement, need assistance. It can be, a share home, it can be a group home, it can be all the way to Alzheimer's. We will waive the surrender charge on that, and it actually also gives a little flexibility because it also says any other form of care that we agree to. And us being a fraternal, we're going to look out for our client. So there may be exceptions that we're able to make in the contract. Um,
that's very nice. It's
yeah,
actual people wanting people, not profit over people. It's people for people. I like that.
right. Death benefit is always a contract value, so there's no surrender charges, no fees, nothing. Um, we got a 10% surrender charge free withdrawal in the first year and every year thereafter in the surrender charge period. Um, Doing the research on this product, I've seen so many products out there that don't give you any access in the first year, zero.
Yes.
And that makes me cringe. So I know the whole idea is I know I'm locking my money up, but things happen. And maybe I need to get it to a few dollars. And so you can do this in the first year and every year thereafter. Um, you can do it one time. We actually have a way to do systematic withdrawals once a month if they want to do that.
They go to
As
strip
long as
the
they
interest.
stay, yeah, as long as they stay, well, they can actually withdraw principal 12 times a year if they want to.
Yes.
But as long as they stay under that 10%, there's no surrender charge. Um, in addition to that 10% free withdrawal, there's RMDs. So if someone has an IRA and they're subject to RMDs, they can take that in addition to the 10%. So just a quick round number illustration of $100,000, they want to take 10,000 out. That's their 10%, but they also have an RMD of 5,000. They could take that too, and no surrender charge. So that's really a 15% withdrawal there.
Yeah, and then the
With
older you are, the bigger that gets. And another reason, there's two things you just brought up with that. The
yeah,
3% minimum, right? So now you bought this thing for 480, 5 years go by, interest rates tank, you're at 3, the rest of the market's at 150, 5, 6, 7 years go by, your RMD is exceeding, you can still access everything in this product. Oh, I guess you'd be fully liquid anyway, but
yeah,
yeah, that's a really good feature to have the RMD on top of that. And it's a question that has come up in the past. Can I take 10 plus my RMD? Most contracts are no, you can only take it the RMD or 10, whatever's more.
right. Yeah.
Very, very friendly.
Um, and of course, we already talked about the minimum guaranteed interest rate, 3% for the life of the contract. And that's just a huge deal. It's 3 times or more of what I see most commercial companies having as a guarantee.
Other companies with walkaways are sitting at about a quarter point to 1%
Okay.
minimum guarantee. It's awful.
Yeah. So, and our rates are pretty competitive. So our 3 years, 4.5, 5 years, 4.8, 7 years, 4.9. These are not the rates that you're going to find from the private equity owned companies. We're not designed that way. We're designed to treat our members, which are your clients, right. Give them a fair return on their money, but give them all these great features.
Well,
That
actually,
can,
you're doing pretty good because your premiums start at 10,000. To get
right.
those higher rates with those private equities that you're talking about in those MYGAs, you need 100,000 or more to reach those. So this is much more friendly to the lower premiums and very competitive. Yeah, you can get a little better. Maybe you get to the 5.25 rate on the 100,000 or more, but under 100,000, don't shortchange yourselves. You guys are extremely competitive, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Great. And our minimum deposit, like you said, is 10,000. Maximum without calling us, 2 million.
strong.
So no questions asked. If you have someone who wants to put more in, give us a call. We'd be happy to talk. And issue age is 18 to 85. So we already mentioned AM Best, A minus excellent. And our marketing people came up with this great slogan: choose certainty, grow confidently, live comfortably. I
I
love
love it.
that.
I
That
like it too.
really distills down exactly what this product is meant to do.
That's new, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's new with this. I like it.
yeah.
It's
So,
exactly what it does too. Peace of mind. That's what we offer, right? That's why
right.
you can't compare us to the stock market or any, because we offer a peace of mind that no one else does. Where else can you get the peace of mind of knowing, hey, even if rates go negative, I got three.
Hmm.
That's strong. That's strong. Three's always been a strong rate overall. In the early 2020s, we were selling 2.35 MYGAs. So
Right.
the person would have just sat, and the people that did have 3 and 3.25, they sat for up to 10 years. They sat at those low rates because nothing was better, or they'd have to lock up for a long time to get a tiny bit better and lose the minimums. Super
Right.
strong, super strong.
Okay. Great. So yeah, that's our MYGA. Super simple, easy to understand. That's one of the hallmarks of our company too, is when we issue a product, it is easy to understand, 100%. This is literally money in, we add interest, money out, fully guaranteed, no questions.
Yeah, it's all in writing
So,
and transparent.
yeah, and you can, or your client can annuitize anytime. So the next day after we issue this product, they say, "Oh, changed my mind. I want a stream of income." We can annuitize at that point.
Great.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if they need a lifetime income,
Um, so let's go back to our current product. Not current. Just talk about
your
our
flex,
deferred.
your
The
flex
flex,
premium.
yeah.
Yeah.
One note about the MYGA product, though, is that we don't do business in New Hampshire or Mississippi. We do business in New York and California, but it's not approved yet in those states. But all the other states, all 46 other states in DC, fully approved.
Yeah.
So we
California is
can do business.
slacking. California
Yeah.
is slacking. They're becoming really bad.
So we're pushing them hard, and hopefully we'll get approval on that soon. But as of today, December 1st, 2025, uh, still waiting on approval from New York and California.
How does California not? This is the cleanest thing. It should take an hour to sit down, look at this, read the contract, and approve this thing. They're approving all these riders and fee products left and right, but whatever.
It, it's
Another
a six
story.
it's a 6-page contract. You're right.
Right?
It's
It's
super
nothing
easy.
to it. It should take an after. It's a guy should be able to do it at lunch while
Yeah.
he's eating lunch. Anyway, yeah, your
So
Flex Premium. I just want to tell you, one of the first products I sold was your Flex Premium product to a friend, and his friends buy it. My children own the Roth because we can start it with you could start them with 250, but I'll let you talk about it. But I really like your Flex products.
yeah, you're right. So we can start with $250 minimum initial premium and $100 minimum subsequent premium. So if you want to set up $100 a month bank draft, we can do that. It's great for setting up an IRA or a Roth, like you said. Um, we also do rollovers. If someone has a 401k somewhere, roll it over, and they still want to add to it, this is a great product to be able to continue to add. Um, it's a 500,000 maximum lifetime premium, but if someone needs more than that, we can do multiple contracts. So we could do 2 or 3 contracts.
Okay, I have a question. This is
Yeah.
really important. I think this product you have, your Flex, I think every single person should own one. And here is why. For $250, you can guarantee yourself. So let's say you want the private equity MYGA for 5 years at 5.25. Okay, still buy this for $250 in case in 5 years rates are lower. You can add money to this at never less than 3%.
That's correct.
Everyone should own this. I mean,
If you bought it today, like you said, and with the intention of, for example, I'm going to have a 401k in that I'm going to move in 4 years or 5 years, it's sitting here ready to accept that additional money at 3% guarantee.
yeah. So if there's
Yeah.
nothing better, you have this protection. If there's something better, great. Do the other thing that's better. But why not buy this tiny bit of insurance that can be worth this much now? I've actually done a video on everyone should own this annuity.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
then also, Jeff, if you remember, we don't restart the clock on surrender charges.
Yes.
So the initial premium goes in on day one. In year 4, for example, you add more money. That money going in year 4 is only subject to the next year
On the
of
five
surrender
year. Yeah.
charge. After 5 years, it's done regardless of how much additional money you put in.
That's right.
And then it's fully liquid after that.
Yeah. It's a great,
So
I mean, I can't explain it any better than it's a must. This one's a must. I don't know how long you guys are going to be able to offer it. So people,
yeah.
it's a must. Especially if you want to
But
get someone in an IRA or a Roth and just start them. They're paying very good interest rates. They have a good history of paying these rates over. I don't know if you have an actual document of that, but for your
yeah, well,
renewal.
rates have gone up and down, just like everyone else. So, like you said, in 2021, 2020, rates were really low. People were thrilled. At that time, we had like a 2% guarantee. That was the hottest thing on the street,
Yeah.
you know? So, um, so this also has that 10% free withdrawal in the first year, plus RMDs if needed. The same thing as the MYGA. Um, the rates are 475 on the 5 year, 485 on the 7, and the 10 year has a 5%, all with a 3% guarantee.
And those are quarterly rates, folks. So they change rates like every 3 months, right? They have the ability to change rates.
But actually, we changed that.
Oh, you did?
Used to be that the domain of interest rates rested with the board, and they would meet every quarter. But we've brought that in-house. It's an operational thing now, so we could change rates anytime.
Oh, but you
Yeah,
keep
so
them longer now too, probably.
yes,
Oh,
yeah. So we realized we needed to be much more flexible on when we could change rates.
okay. Yeah. If the rates are declining, you don't want to keep paying the higher rate.
Right. There's only one difference on this product in New York. We don't offer the 10-year that is available in all other states. We still offer one. It's just slightly different. And for details, I can provide details if someone's interested in New York.
I
But
stopped doing business in New York. They got to be impossible to do business with. To run a business
yeah,
in New York, I just said forget it. It didn't make a lot of sense anymore.
yeah,
But yeah, they're still New York needs this product though. The people there need it. There's not a lot of good product out there.
yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much again, it's super simple. Money in, add interest, money out.
Flexible premium at any time, no rolling surrenders. If you put money into the
Yeah.
4th year, it only has the original surrender to finish. Super clean.
Yeah. So here's the producer guide for this Flex product. And of course, we went through everything, but you're right. No rolling surrender charges on additional deposits, no MVA, RMD friendly, the 10% free withdrawal. Also, commissions level at all ages and amounts. That's the same with the MYGA. So, if you notice, we go to 85. We don't reduce commissions at age 80 like some companies do. Long-term care waiver of surrender fees, no recurring surrender
Yeah,
period, no auto renewal, 3% guarantee.
that's the strongest
Again,
part.
yeah,
3% is the strongest guarantee. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. I'm going to switch gears real quick. Just talk about a life insurance product that we've got that
Oh yeah,
is
good.
phenomenal. So this is our single premium whole life plus product. So single premium is just that. You pay a one premium and that's it, fully paid up. This is a participating whole life, so it gets dividends from FCSLA. The idea here is that people have too much money sitting in bank accounts doing nothing for them. It's like, oh, this is my cushion. This is what I want to, in case I need to, purchase a new roof for my house or a new car or something like that, that it was unexpected. I want to know that it's liquid and I can get to it. I want to know it's safe, therefore it's in a bank. I would argue otherwise, but okay, it's in a bank. Um, and ultimately it's going to go to the kids or grandkids. So what we can do with this product is we can move that money from the bank account into this life insurance product with one premium. You'll see, for example, $100,000. And for a 70-year-old female, for example, we can almost double that death benefit. So 100,000 in and 195,000 in death
Instant.
benefit in the first day of the policy.
Yeah.
And the liquidity is there because in that first year, she's got $102,343. So she's instantly cash positive and instantly liquid.
So you're buying life insurance, you're getting 195,000 death benefit. You
Mhm.
still got a cash value. It's like earning 2.3% fixed rate if you want to bail. Oh, well, I only made 2.3 this year, but you also had the life insurance backing you.
Right.
It's extremely friendly. There doesn't seem like there's a lot of risk in this one.
Yeah. So there's no surrender charges. There's no surrender fees. There's no, nothing like that. It's, what you see as the cash value is what you have, what you can take out. The death benefit, again, 195,000. At age 70, I would argue it would take quite a long time, maybe this lady's entire lifetime, to accumulate $195,000, which is tax-free death benefit first day. So it actually does three things that she wants. One is make sure it's safe. It's safe with FCSLA. May want to make sure that it's liquid. If she needs the money, surrender the policy, get the money. And then she's got the additional cash to be able to provide a death benefit to her kids or grandkids or whoever. So this is a female 70. I give a couple examples here. 35,000, their initial death benefits 67,900, cash value 35,612. So still cash positive.
Yeah, yeah.
If you look at a male 65, same kind of thing. 100,000 buys 200,000, 204,000 in death benefit, and 100,400 in cash value immediately. So
Yeah.
still cash positive. It's not, people look at this and they think, well, wait a minute, I can get X percent on an annuity. Why would I want to do this? Well, this isn't an annuity. This is a life
Life
insurance.
insurance because you don't have a $995,000. I don't care what the annuity is. You don't have 100. You don't have 95% gain if you die.
Right.
Yeah, there's
Exactly.
none are going to do that.
So if this is what your clients are looking for, how do I pass on the wealth in the most efficient way, but still keep my money liquid and available and positive? This is an ideal product.
And this is ideal for
And
annuity agents. Annuity agents. This looks a lot like
exactly.
an annuity. Once you look at the illustration, I've done some videos on this product. When you look at the illustration, it illustrates like an annuity, only with this big death benefit instead of the accumulation value being the death benefit. There's this enhanced life insurance death benefit. But honestly, the illustration looks like an annuity illustration.
Exactly. And it acts like an annuity. It's a modified endowment. So it plays by annuity rules.
To mech. Yeah, it's
So yep.
instant mech.
Yep. So yeah, that's our single premium whole life plus. So those are the three products I wanted to highlight today with you, Jeff. Primarily, I wanted to talk about
The new
the
MYGA.
MYGA. Absolutely. So we're super happy about this product. We've had it out for a couple weeks, and we've gotten some really excellent traction. So we're very happy with it.
You should. People need to diversify too right now. They're maxing out. We want to keep people under 250. We had a
Mhm.
huge thing go down in North Carolina. It could take 5 years to get your money. You want safe and secure companies. You want to diversify. Uh, this is a great place to diversify. It's a brand new MYGA to the market, people. So you don't have this one yet. Let's pick it up, take a look at it, and know you got the strongest guarantee in the contract as the minimum guarantee of 3%. There's no other. I think the closest one's going to be about a 240, 250 right now on a recurring surrender. So you either you're going to maybe get 250 locked up, or you got to, you're going to have to move that money. Whereas this one says, hey, three, if the rates are lower, stay as long as you want. It's really great. You got to fix your little image here. It's the lines are a little off your circle.
Yeah, the marketing department put that together. So I
It's
don't know.
fine.
I just said, okay,
It looks
fine.
fine.
Looks
Yeah,
good.
I can read it. It's fine. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
otherwise, yeah, no,
So,
you guys built a product I would have built. Like you said, it's
yeah,
exactly the product I would have built.
yeah. You just alluded to something, Jeff, we talked about a while ago, which is the state guarantee fund. Guaranteeing $250,000. Um, Fraternals don't participate in state guarantee funds. We're responsible for our own solvency. And so, like you said, if someone is looking for diversity, we're a great place to come. Like maximum deposit without any questions, $2 million. That's fully reserved. That money is here. So if something happens, something happens with FCSLA, there's 110, $111 million left over after we turn the lights off.
Yeah, real money,
So,
not in phantom accounts and this and that and borrowed to someone else. Real money.
right.
Yeah,
So our surplus is super huge
yeah.
and super strong. So, um, this is a great place if you're concerned about either uninsured money that's over a state guaranteed fund amount, or just don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, don't want to mess with the state. You can't use you if you're going with regular insurance companies. I'm telling everyone, and my whole 26 is going to be financial security because what happened, and you could lock up for 5 years, get sit at the minimum guarantee for another 5 years after you've been out of surrender, and then they'll give you maybe up to the state guarantee fund. There is no, it's a scare because we've never had an actual event happen until this bankers thing went down in North Carolina. Whereas the fraternals, I know you guys all take care of yourselves. I think if one fraternal you guys have other fraternals that come in as well. Isn't that something that happens that could
Yes,
happen?
yes. So, like you said, we're all part of a family, American Fraternal Alliance. And, if one fraternal is having financial trouble, other fraternities will come in and bail them out and absorb their members. We've done that 3 times over the
You've done that
last.
to other companies.
Yeah. We've merged in with other companies that have had financial issues of some sort or, loss of membership and we can make them whole. Well, it's an advantage to us because we gain new members. We gain new members that we can market to and they can be involved in our organization. So it benefits us and it benefits them and it benefits the members because now that they're made whole, they don't have to wait for, like you said, however long to get their money.
That was like 5 or 6 years. Some of these clients waited. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
So,
was done poor. And then once the state and the courts get involved, everything goes out the window. You don't want there was no more insurance people involved. With the fraternals, it's all going to be insurance people involved.
right.
And it's not going to take 6 years. No one would allow that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, again, I'm like you guys are like the mutuals of past. That was where the important money, the money that had to be secured, and the people that truly risk adverse, they want this type of company. They want a fraternal type mentality in the in their insurance guarantees.
Right. Yeah. Well, thank you, Jeff. I
Thank you.
appreciate the time.
Thank you very much. Let's turn off the screen share real quick and say goodbye. I noticed you were a CLU, a CHFC, but there was another one that had to do with special needs people. And I didn't know that designation. I had to go look it up. Could you tell
Yeah.
me a little bit about that one? Because that's
Yeah.
unique. I don't see that one a lot.
Yeah. Chartered special needs consultant, American College. I took one class as an elective, I think during my CLU classes, and I loved it. I recognized that this is an underserved market, and there's so much that can be done with insurance products to help special needs people. Um, you know, the special needs person is dependent on caregivers most of the time, and that's usually parents or siblings. But what happens when they're not there? And with proper planning and proper funding, we can set up a special needs trust that
Cool.
can continue to help benefit the quality of life of the disabled person.
They probably
And
set it up the correct way. There's probably special ways everything needs to be
oh
set
yeah,
up. Maybe
yeah,
we should do a separate topic on that one time if you'd like. Maybe people would be interested because it's something I'm honestly never heard much about.
yeah.
Like,
So a quick story about that. Um, we moved into our current house about a little over 5 years ago, and I was just finishing up the Chartered Special Needs Consultant uh, designation, and talking with my neighbor, and she's actually a member of FCSLA. And so, oh wow, so we're talking, and I gave her a business card, and she asked, "Well, what is this thing?" And it's a special needs. She goes, "I have a special needs daughter."
oh wow.
And she's an adult, but she lives at home. Well, my neighbor um, created a nonprofit organization called Empower, and what they do is they do a lot of great things for the disabled community, whether adults or children, or sorry, adults, children, everything in between. And she's created this music group called Rockability,
Oh,
and
fun.
she'll put people of all abilities up on stage and give them an opportunity to perform music. We just had a fundraiser. We did matching funds for them. They raised like $25,000 at this
Wow.
fundraiser.
Wow.
And the band is so excellent, really, really great. And they do other things. They do exercise classes and running and other things that keep people busy. And her whole thing is keep um, people with special needs engaged in the community.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. And I just love, knowing something about it, and I can help her out. FCSLA can help people like this out with their fundraising. It's just a great way to partner.
I can see it on your face that you really enjoyed it. I can see it.
Yes, yeah,
I can tell that it
it's
was
really
good for you.
good.
Well,
Yeah,
that's great, Paul.
I love coming to work every day, Jeff.
That's good.
This is a great
That's
place to
good.
work.
That must be nice. Have one focus like that. I'm all over
Yeah.
the place. I would love to be focused like that. Anyway, Paul, I want to thank you so much for coming on and explaining to the agents they need this education. They don't, most of the people that do my job in the wholesale industry are not talking about your type of products because the override's so small. Let's be honest, it's not a big money thing, but it's an important thing. And what we do is we serve the community and we serve the insurance needs. And you got to talk about the best stuff out there. So I really want
Mhm.
to thank you for coming on, talking about your company, all you guys do, and your new MYGA. And we're going to push it and talk about everybody. And hopefully you guys can write 100 million of it this year.
Fantastic. Appreciate it, Jeff.
Thank you. And I'm going to stop the recording here. And some people are really just great at their job. I think Paul's one of those people. That's his LinkedIn over there. I'll put more links to contact information into the description. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye.